Let's not ask questions. We basically got every flavor of every Betty Crocker cake mix for a total of $7. All of it. I found this cake pan on Amazon that divides whatever you're baking into 16 different slices. Let's bake every single flavor of Betty Crocker cake mixes in one single pan. Is it genius? Is it rotten? Is it both? Every single one of these holes is going to be filled with a different cake. In my head, I had a plan. I was gonna start with the ones that need oil and then move on to the ones who need butter. Then I looked through the boxes and these are essentially 18 completely different instructions. So I'm starting with the first one I saw, which is angel food. This one surprisingly only needs water. I saw a TikTok the other day that said that originally you only had to add water to the Betty Crocker cake mixes. It was too easy for the 60s housewives. What is wrong with all of you? Oh wait. They're probably dead. Sorry. This one is angel cake, which needs 1 1/3 cup of water. This is the angel food one. We're gonna have to get creative here with how we're gonna use all the batter because I'm not wasting this. So 1 1/3 cup of water. Why am I already overwhelmed? So this is a bottle of tap water. I have to specifically mention that it's tap water because otherwise I'm gonna be cancelled. That's the times we're living in. And this is supposedly the easy one. And this is 1/3 of a cup. So this will be the angel mix. I cannot smell this cake mix. Wait, is this cake mix like puffing up? Okay, so this is very light. It's kind of like a cloud. I think this is why it's called angel cake. Wow, it took me that long, 3 whole minutes. It smells chemical, so the classic Betty Crocker ingredient is somewhere in here. Okay, so my biggest challenge will be to not lose track of which cake is which. So this is the first one, 1 out of 18. I can't believe I signed up for this. This gotta go on the floor. I'm gonna keep them together so I know which one is which. I'm gonna create a lineup. Oh, it's poorly mixed. I hate that I care this much. Still smells like PVA glue. Next up, we've got super moist lemon cake. That is strangely descriptive. So what they're saying is the other ones aren't super moist. Good to know. This one smells nice. It smells like a wedding cake. There's pudding in the mix as well. That is interesting. So we need 1 cup of water. Oh, this one's gonna be good. I can smell it. 1/2 cup of oil. It doesn't specify what kind of oil, but I'm assuming it's like vegetable oil. So that is what we're adding. Well, no wonder it's moist. So much oil. I can't make jokes about America anymore. I'll be kicked out of the country, so. And the last ingredient is 3 eggs. So this is the first one that actually takes eggs. Oh, the eggs are nasty. No offense to this chicken, but 1. Great. Great. Times 2. I mean, we have so much cake to go through. The chances of 0 eggshells are none, so I'm just gonna commit to the cause and just embrace it. 3 eggs. Okay, so the texture of this one, it's a lot more like cake, like the traditional cake. It smells 80% natural, 20% sulfuric acid. This one seems good. I would say this one is the one that looks the most homemade, so things can only look up from here. By the way, I'm harsh on Betty Crocker cake mix, but I would never in my life turn down a slice of Betty Crocker cake. I'm gonna speed through this preparation of the cakes because this will take a long time, but I really want to show this one on camera because this is a cinnamon toast crunch one. It comes with a topping. Oh, so this is supposed to go on top of it. Let me see if I can smell the cinnamon toast crunch. Oh, I can smell it. It's not very intense though. It's also not very coffee-like. So we need 2/3 of a cup of water and 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. 1, 2, and 1/4 of a cup of oil. And I think 2 eggs, but the box is on the floor, so 2 eggs it is. 1 and 2 eggs. I know there's remaining lemon cake in here, but you know, if you can't taste it, it never happened. Me when I drop the food I'm making on the floor. Also me when I find Harry in my Domino's pizza. The amount of cake that comes out of Betty Crocker mixes, it's strangely inconsistent. Just as an example, this is the cinnamon toast crunch. I mean, it's as well blended as it possibly could be. This is the angel cake in comparison. Oh, these two together. we will do it. So the last one that I'm gonna make on camera is a triple chocolate fudge cake because just wanted to get 4 completely different cakes. I think this one is supposed to be extra moist. So the other one was moist, this one's extra moist. This one smells very good, 0 chemical taste, but we will know once we actually taste it. The smell and the flavor of Betty Crocker cakes is not always correlated. There is no algorithm that could predict the result. This one needs water, oil, and eggs. I don't even know if this is water, if this is... Oh. That's probably a corner. This is half a cup of vegetable oil. There is cross-contamination in every possible way. If you have a food allergy, please don't eat at my restaurant. In fact, don't come 2 miles near the restaurant. I lost track. What am I doing? 1. Oh, there is eggshell in there. It had to be on the dark cake. It got to the point where I don't even wash my hands anymore. I don't even wash the electric mixer anymore. I just whip away. Oh, this one is a great texture. See, Betty Crocker always comes through when it comes to the chocolate cake. This is not only the best smelling one, but this one I would never be able to tell this is not homemade. I would eat this with a spoon. In fact, I will eat this with a spoon. So I've only got this many to go through now. I am going to make every single one of these with whatever ingredients, measurements it is on here. I'm actually going to follow this religiously and hopefully I will show you 18 different cake mixes in a second. Jesus, take the wheel. And by wheel, I mean the electric mixer, please. I don't have the strength. I don't think you guys understand how insane this whole thing looks. So right here, we've got, I think 19 different Betty Crocker cake batters. Chocolate, angel cake, lemon, cinnamon toast crunch. I mean, just literally every possible flavor. I cannot believe I did this. This took longer than I cared to admit for. But we are ready to fill up our pan with 19 different flavors. We're doing this. This is perfectly normal. So here we got the Amazon pan and we're essentially going to fill up each tiny hole with 1 scoop of the cake batters. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna bake it as it is or if I'm gonna actually lift this and let them kind of mix a little bit, which I think would be the most interesting way to test this. And then we're gonna make a separate cake that is all the cake batters combined, like mixed together, because I know that's what everyone is waiting for. Have I lost my mind? Yes, I have, sadly. And in case you're interested, this is how many eggs we went through. That's a whole lot of eggs. Can you freeze cake batter? We're about to find out. I'm gonna be using cake batter, ice cubes in my coffee every morning for the next 3 months. I'm gonna try to be strategic about the placement of the different colors of cake. First of all, we're going to... Oops, just sprayed my camera. That's perfectly fine. Damn, you have to spray this from like 5 different directions. It's like me moisturizing my back. So my idea is to start with the lightest cakes. So I only have to use 1 spoon per batter because I'm going to be doing dishes until tomorrow morning regardless. So this is the angel cake, which by the way, fascinating texture. This is my first time ever even knowing what angel cake is. So let's start with the angel cake on here. This metal trays better be good enough that it's not gonna mix all my cake batters. Before I get to put this in the oven, I would be so mad. Oh no, it is blending. Okay, we gotta move quick. This one is a French vanilla, I think. It's a little bit more like a normal cake. So this will be interesting to see the different textures. Wait, why am I doing this one next to this one? I should have done it. It's too late now. And this one is a white cake. What is the difference between a white cake, an angel cake? I don't even remember what the other one was. I have no idea. Maybe ask Betty Crocker. Oh no, why am I doing all of them next to each other? I am so stupid. That was the opposite of what I was supposed to do. The situation has got my brain confused. Ugh, now I've used 2 spoons. This is fine. So I'm trying to use kind of the same amount of batter per cake, which is not a lot, surprisingly. Next up, this is, I don't know, carrot cake, I think. So I'm gonna do this one on here. Imagine going through all this effort and then this comes out all blended. I will say the Betty Crocker carrot cake is possibly the best smelling of the whole range. So nobody asked for my review, but I spent a whole lot of time with Betty Crocker myself. I would consider us close friends. I'm colorblind. Oh, I don't know. Oh no. Oh my god, I should have thought about this. I think I haven't done this one yet. This is caramel? I didn't realize Betty Crocker had caramel in the scale set. I really thought this was gonna be super organized and I was gonna know which flavor is which, but this is a nightmare. This is every man for himself. It's a whole lot of cake to bake. I think it's this one next, because this one is a little bit more yellow than the other ones. So I'm gonna do this one here. I'm sure there's a better technique to do this, but it's not my way of doing things. It actually looks kind of satisfying. It looks like a naked Sims character. You know when they do like that pixelated? That's what I'm looking at. I just realized that was pink and not white, right? If I had to describe my personal nightmare as a colorblind person, it's very close to this. I do know that this is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch because it's the only one that has more of a texture to it, and also you can smell it. I'm gonna do this one right in the center. No, actually, I'm gonna do it in the corner because this one would be good if it's really toasty. My brain activity never ceases to impress me. I think I'm actually being really even with all of them. I have no idea what this one is. I think it's the gingerbread cake, and it is the runniest one of them all. It was the only one where I was like, did I mess this up? And usually I ask myself that question at the end of the video, so that was pretty early on. Oh, do you see how this is so liquidy? It's just gonna bleed through the little dividers. This gingerbread mixture is trouble. I think it's because this one is more like almost like a pudding. It is leaking to the other side. Oh well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. We're trying our best here. Let's do this one right here. Oh, this is starting to look kind of beautiful. The lemon cake is very much like pudding consistency, which I think is gonna make this really, really weird. Like so many different consistencies. So this is the last one, I think, of the light ones. Then we're gonna enter the chocolates and the darker slices. This doesn't even look real. This looks like food from like a TV show, maybe a video game. It is weird to look at, but I cannot move this. I'm not ruining this. This is pumpkin. I don't know, cinnamon, pumpkin. So we're gonna do that one on here. Some mixtures have completely different consistencies, which is obviously not great considering this is all gonna bake in one go, but what are we gonna do? So this is possibly the best one. I'm gonna put this one in the center. This is the red velvet. Wow, that was the one that I didn't want to mess up, and it literally went over everything. This is really difficult, the precision. You have to have a lot of patience here. Perfect. Kind of. We're going for the pink one. This is a strawberry cake, which, did we even know that existed? Not really. So the strawberry cake goes on here. There's not a lot of dark colors, actually. This is starting to look exactly like I envisioned in my head. Do you guys see that? That looks like a dessert at like Nobu, like a fancy restaurant. We have 1,000,000 chocolate flavors. Well, we have 5 chocolate flavors, which is a lot because they all look the same, but they all different names. We've got a few different chocolates. This one is a triple chocolate fudge, devil's food cake. No, this is a real devil's cake. Let's start with the triple chocolate one. Let me just give it a quick mix. I don't know what the difference is between this. This one is the fudge one, I think. The chocolate ones are really, really similar in color and texture. So I'm surprised they even make this many. If someone randomly came across this video, they would probably think that I'm the biggest Betty Crocker fan in the world, which I am. This is why I have to make sure that we roast and humble every single brand that we mention in the videos. Otherwise, people would think that my channel is sponsored in every video. No, we love and hate simultaneously every brand equally. Unless they pay us, then it's a completely different story. Okay, I hate that I just contaminated the yellow one with a little splash of chocolate. It's gonna bother me forever, but I'm gonna live through it. Okay, this is officially the last one. This is the fudgiest one. Do you see that? It's like a chocolate, like mousse. It's gonna go on here. I've just spent 3 hours of my life doing this, so please be kind in the comment section. Actually, let's do charity for a second. Stop the video and leave a nice comment below for my self-esteem. I want to show it to you, but I just lifted the whole thing. Oh no. Okay, that was a bad idea. Let's not do that again. Surprisingly, you can kind of see it. That is 19, 18, I'm so bad at maths. 18 different Betty Crocker cakes baked together. So my idea was actually to lift this and just let this kind of blend just a little bit, just the edges to touch, because otherwise it's just gonna taste individually. But I don't want to ruin it. I think everyone's gonna be mad at me if I do it. You're supposed to only lift this after it bakes. I don't know. Can't decide. You know what? I'm gonna bake this one as it is, and then we're gonna make one in which we mix everything into one cake. So this is the first one, which is going to be like the oddly satisfying one. This is the one for the Virgo placement, like myself. This is leaking. I'm gonna put this in the oven and we're gonna hope for the best. How long? I have no idea. 15 minutes? Oh no, it's leaking. So while the cake is... How is there traffic at 3 a.m.? The traffic is probably like, how is there someone baking every flavor of Betty Crocker cake at 3 a.m.? Growing up is realizing two different points of views. So I'm gonna spray the baking dish, and this is going to be the cake in which we're going to mix every flavor. So I just had an idea that it might be the best idea. It can't be the worst, because the worst is baking right now. I'm gonna alternate between a dark color to a light color and kind of make like a zebra cake. You know, when it's like one scoop, another scoop, another scoop, except instead of 2 flavors, we're using 19 flavors. And just so you guys know, there's going to be cross-contamination. I only have 1 ice cream scoop. So in the very center, I'm gonna start with chocolate. Next up, I'm gonna go for the cinnamon toast crunch. So that goes right on top, kind of in the center. And when it bakes, it creates this stripy effect. It's really effective, if it works. Next up, I'm gonna go for the strawberry one, because I wanna make this real funky on the first bite. Next up, I'm gonna go for a different chocolate. So that right in the center. And do you see how it's creating like a... I don't know how to explain it. English is not my first language. And sometimes it's really noticeable. This is one of those times. It kind of creates like this centric visual pattern. I don't know how else to describe it. We're using whatever this is, caramel. This is the caramel one. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be the most cursed cake ever. I could sell this on eBay as a cursed, haunted food item. Okay, I need to check on the other cake. Why is it growing that much? It's too late now. There's no stopping it. Also, what the CEO of YouTube says every time one of my videos pops up. I'm just gonna stop telling which flavor it is because we've kind of gathered that I don't know myself. So the key to do this effect, if no one's gonna try this, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but it's to always put it in the center. So you have to try to move it around so that you're always in the center of the cake. It's really hard to explain. Is this the lemon cake? The other one might have been pound cake. They look kind of similar, the doughs. This is the cursed gingerbread one, the one that is very liquid. Let's put it right in the middle so that it doesn't disturb the flow of this. Wow, this looks cool, strangely. One more chocolate. This is our last chocolate, I think. Whatever this is. This is the angel cake, which I don't even know how this is gonna blend because the texture is completely different. As you can see, it looks like cold foam on top of my cake. That's a great idea. I guess we still had one more chocolate. I think this is some vanilla cake with some chocolate mixed in, red velvet. No idea what this is. We will find out. Maybe, maybe not. And last but not least, I also don't know what this is. That's a little anticlimactic, but it's the truth. That officially concludes every flavor in one cake. This looks cursed. I need to show you from above. I dropped gingerbread cake on my shoes because of this, so this better be worth it. So this is kind of what it looks like from above. You can only see the most recent drops, so once you cut into it, it will hopefully look better than it does now. The other cake, oh, you guys don't want to know what it looks like, do you? I will show you. It is cursed in its own way. So we're gonna bake this right after. It looks like bread! I'm so glad I put the foil paper on top because otherwise this would be burned. That's interesting. It's not what we expected. The thing with Betty Crocker cakes is they will grow on you in many more ways than the flavor. Ugh, this is a nightmare. Mom, I threw up. That's what it feels like right now. I don't know if we collectively possess the mental health capabilities to bounce back from what I'm about to show you. Please picture the way this looked before we baked it. This is our Betty Crocker 19 cakes in one pan cake. I don't even know what to say other than I'm sorry, and I will try my hardest to repay you for watching this. It is so ugly. I expected bad. This is so much worse. I expected patchy. This is monstrous? How are we gonna get it out of here? I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. Also, I am stressed. This side looks kind of good actually, kind of cooked. I love the angel cake in the center. It just is so silly. Safe to say, I think the next one, the one that's baking in this very moment, is going to be the one. What are we gonna do here? I was expecting 19 perfectly slices of cake. When we lifted, I got this and that over there. It's okay. So the good news is it's cooked. It actually looks really good, this one. Oh, I'm ruining this whole thing. Oh no, I keep losing cake. I mean, the thought was there. The looks, not so much. It smells so confusing. Even if I cut into it, which I will, this is all in the wrong place because it kind of overflow. This is not the serve that I thought it was gonna be. So if we were to try to put this together again, chocolate in the corner, this that is completely destroyed right here with this on top. Wow, I love making a puzzle. This one right here, look at the way the slices blended. Like that was supposed to be just chocolate. Some of them actually, I think this was the gingerbread one, my most hating cake of all time. It actually ended up looking kind of good. Some are a little bit more confused, aren't we all? I don't even know if this one was supposed to be chocolate or whatever it was gonna be. If you put it together, it starts to look, especially if you look from the center, a little bit more like what I was expecting from this video. We can always say this was just performing art, a performative piece about fast food, capitalism. I don't know, I'm just throwing words at a wall hoping that something sticks. I'm just confused because if I hadn't actually overflown, the bottom slices actually look fine. The problem is the middle ones. These are not getting out of here. It kind of smells like baby food, like baby desserts. It's fruity, it's vanilla-y, it's really weird. I'm sorry I put you guys through this. In the end, this is it. I mean, it doesn't look as bad now. 19 different cakes in one pan. It's not the serve that I thought it was gonna be, but I do have one that is all the flavors combined, which I think is the serve that I'm thinking is gonna be. Let's have some cake. I'm gonna go for the center one, the most contaminated one. I don't even know what this is. Exactly. Texture, 10 out of 10. Flavor, minus 10 out of 10. Overall, 0. The thing is, because the Betty Crocker cakes don't actually have that much flavor in them, it's kind of pleasant, strangely. And I hate to say it, but it kind of is. Don't do this. I thought that maybe this would be something fun and like the new birthday cake that everyone's gonna try. That was my idea for the video, to create something new and different. Something new and different it is. This one is great. This is a really good cake. Do I regret it? Yes. Am I ashamed? Yes. I'm still gonna eat the whole thing, so I think I'm gonna turn this into cake pops. No. I need to be stopped. No. We already knew this was coming. We are going to mix every flavor of Betty Crocker frosting into one mixture. It's too late now. We're just gonna carry this all the way to the end. I switched off the oven so the cake should be cooling down while we prepare the frosting of your nightmares. How could I turn something as good as frosting and make it bad? You're watching it now. First one is rich and creamy vanilla. I'm not gonna use the whole thing because I do want to save this so I can use it myself after. So I'm gonna use half of each container. I'm not even gonna worry about contamination. This whole video is contamination. It will contaminate you with rotten thoughts and cursed ideas. So this one is a whipped buttercream. Oh man, that sounds so good. Oh, so the textures are different. This one is like pillowy, while the other one was thick. This one is really interesting. I've never seen this. It's a coconut pecan frosting. I didn't even know that was a flavor combination that worked. This is gonna be either the best thing or the worst thing. It looks like cream cheese and pickle relish. This is Hershey's chocolate. This is when I think things take a turn to the left side. The base of this is literally sugar and butter. The chances that this still tastes incredible is like 95%, or maybe I'm blindly optimistic. This one is cream cheese frosting, which probably my personal... A theft. I have been robbed. Call the police. The one time that I want the police to drive by my house, they don't show up. Look at that. That's like more than half gone. Someone ate my frosting. Betty was hungry. I don't even need this much frosting to frost the whole cake. Actually, I'm not sure. The cake is quite big. This one is a milk chocolate one, and it's whipped as well. Is there chocolate chips in it? Oh no, it's just expired. And obviously I saved the best one for last. A cinnamon toast crunch Cinnadust frosting. I couldn't even taste the Cinnadust in the other cake. That looks so good. Also looks like it'd be an amazing scrub. Wow, just give me a spoon. So this is what all the frosting looks like. Don't actually cheat doing this, but stop the video, go to the comment section and leave in the comment section your prediction for the color of this. You think it's gonna be like a medium brown, light brown, more like a creamy white? What do you think this is gonna become? We're about to find out. I kind of wish we kept it like this. Like this would look incredible on top of the cake. It kind of reminds me of melted Kinder Eggs. When you leave a Kinder Egg in the car in July. If any of you guessed dark brown, you were kind of right. I would have guessed light brown, but actually it's almost like a chocolate brown. I bet nobody actually thought this was gonna go this dark. More like a medium dark, actually. I would have accepted medium as the correct answer. So this is going to be what we're going to cover our cake with. As if the cake didn't suffer through enough, it's going to suffer a little bit more. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. It's a little bit burned, the cake, and the reason is because the center wasn't cooking, so I kind of had to leave it a little bit longer. It's not overcooked, it's just burned on top. Hopefully. I would call this a success, even though I'm literally looking at a piece of coal, rock. It'll be fine. We're gonna get the cake out without breaking it. Okay, that's screaming overcooked or chocolate. I thought that maybe if we remove the top, maybe this will make this a little bit easier to decorate. So... That is every flavor of Betty Crocker cakes into one. Why was this a lowercase sleigh? It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I can smell carrot, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. I can smell all of it at once. So I guess we're going to decorate our cake. That is scary. That is burnt, but it looks so good on the inside. Ugh. Wait, why is this actually low-key working? Oh my god, not me being an actual decorator. When did I become good at this kind of stuff? That's kind of hiding the burnt, and to me, that's perfect. So let's go around the sides. Oh, this is looking messy, but it'll be fine. I don't know if it'll be fine anymore. I spoke too soon. This looks like the cake from Harry Potter that Hagrid gave to Harry Potter. Once again, it's giving lowercase sleigh. It's not a full uppercase sleigh, but it's kind of a sleigh. I've said sleigh so many times now that I've lost track. Wait, it looks good. I love this. Am I lying to myself, or have I actually low-key decorated this kind of successfully? Did I just spit on the cake? I mean, no one else is gonna eat this but me. I don't think anyone has the digestive system made of stone. This is officially a slice of every flavor, every mix of Betty Crocker, both in frosting and cake. Do you see how it's soft? I promise you it's not overcooked. It is a very soft cake. This is the moment. Oh my god. I already know I'm gonna play an advert here. I already know YouTube is gonna play an ad here. 3, 2, 1. This is so rotten that I have no words, but also it worked. We might have failed with the first one with the little brownie pan situation, but this, we have uppercase slayed the construction of this. That looks like my dog has done that a few times in the living room. Let's give it a try. I have no idea what this is gonna taste like. Wow. That is... Oh. Oh. I'm not sure if it was eggshell or toasted coconut from the frosting, but the flavor of it, they haven't dropped the new words in the dictionary for this year. Maybe then I would be able to describe this, because we don't possess the vocabulary to describe this flavor profile. Extraterrestrial, rotten, delicious. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's also how I would describe Taco Bell when the night shift is working. If you gave me this as a birthday cake, and I really mean this, I would think this is a good birthday cake. I would have thought, that's a pretty good marble cake. You taste so many things, and something's crunchy in it, which is confusing, but it works. Wait, I just called Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It's gone. I had it for a second. And now this I would actually recommend someone to do. This is not wasteful. I will actually eat this. And on this note, a note of chocolate, strawberry, sponge cake, pound cake, lemon, vanilla, French vanilla, fudge, triple chocolate, carrot, pumpkin, gingerbread. On all of these notes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just a silly video idea. Sometimes you just gotta do a silly video idea to entertain myself, not even for you guys. If no one shows up to this video, I'm at peace with that. This cake is melting into my hand, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a like. If you enjoyed it, I'm not making a part 2. Unless you really want it. But even then, I would think about it. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Switch my notifications on. I love you, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.